Hey, what is up, everyone? It is Jim here, and today I am going to be showing you guys how to get the legendary Ebony Blade in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. That's right. You could do this at any level. You could be levels 10, you could be level 17, and you can still do this. So I will be showing you guys this short little tutorial and walkthrough on how to get access to the Ebony Blade very early in the game, and I will be showing you guys what to do in order to upgrade the Ebony Blade and make it become one of the most fearsome and gruesome, deadliest weapons in all of Skyrim. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come to Whiterun, and again, you can get this at level 1. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come to Whiterun if you're starting a new game, and you're going to when you're in Whiterun, you're going to basically come from Riverwood, and you're going to and Whiterun is going to be the first city that you come to after you leave Riverwood. So after you come to Whiterun, instead of doing the quest that you're assigned to do, you can always pause the quest and do it at a later time. As you can see, we have it right here. Oh, the guards are coming after us. So apparently I'm going to have to load up a different save file because I had forgot that I had done this on this file, and the guards really don't like how we stole came in here and just stole the Ebony Blade. So what I'm going to do is I have this saved, and we're just gonna go ahead and load it up from all the way from Riverwood so I can show you guys what I mean and what I'm talking about, and that way no one will be lost. So I already have this saved. And always, guys, make sure that you always save your progress, because there's times where you could be playing the game and then autosave comes on and it saves your game. Now, it's a good thing to have autosave on, but half of the time autosave does not really save your content. So it's always just best to go back and resave from where you last started off. That way you don't have to start off at the beginning of where you were before. So this guy right here, Hadvar, we don't really need to follow him because we know how to get to Riverwood from here. So the cool part about this is you are given the option to either join the Stormcloak Rebellion or the Imperial Legion. So as soon as you get to the city of Riverwood, you're gonna want to just come here with Hadvar, and you're gonna want to talk to his uncle. That is what's going to unlock the quest for Whiterun. And also, guys, I started it from here because I want to show you guys something very cool. Something that people really don't pay attention to when it comes to playing the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. But most cities, if you help people out with a favor, you can have some of the people in the village as followers. So I am going to show that too. And this guy right here that you see walking, his name is Finn. And there's this guy over here, Faendal, that you're going to run into in a little bit after we're done meeting with this guy's uncle and talking to him. He's basically going to give you this letter because apparently he likes Camilla Valericus. If you guys don't know who Camilla Valericus is, she is the shop owner and the manager of the Riverwood Trader. And they had a golden claw that was stolen from them. Some robbers had came in and stole it and took it right off the shelf and ran away with it. So you have to go and retrieve that, and then they will pay you for gold after you bring it back to them and tell them that you found it. So we're just gonna go ahead and talk to this guy.
He's a friend. Saved my life. Come on, I'll explain everything, but we need to go inside.
And then after we finish talking to this guy and we unlock this quest, I'm gonna come back outside and show you guys that we could get either Faendal, the guy right there, the dark elf, I believe he is. We can get Faendal or we can get Sven as a follower if we choose to help one of them out. And I will show that to you guys in a bit here after we are done talking to Hadvar's uncle. So let's go ahead and just do this and get this out of the way so we could get the quest line started for Whiterun. And then we will go ahead and get and talk to Faendal and help him out, and then we will go from there. So
Sigrid, we have company.
We've been so worried about you.
we're just gonna have them talk to us and just listen through the dialogue, and then they're going to tell us that they're going to need our help and that they're going to want us to go to the Jarl of Whiterun and tell him what happened and tell him that the city got attacked by a dragon.
A dragon? That's ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
Husband, let him tell his story.
Not much more to tell. This dragon flew over and just wrecked the whole place. Mass confusion. I don't know if anyone else got out alive. I doubt I'd made it out myself if not for my friend here. I need to get back to Solitude and let them know what's happened. I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine. Glad to help however I can. Like I said.
Okay, so now he is going to need our help, so he's going to want us to go to the Jarl of Whiterun and tell him that Helgen has been attacked by a dragon, and we are going to go do that right now. But before we do that, we are going to cancel that quest, and we are going to go and talk to Faendal, and he's going to basically tell us to give his letter to Camilla in the Riverwood Trader. Now, if we were to go and if we were to take his letter and we go and give it to, so let's go talk to him.
He's thinks an intelligent, beautiful woman like her wouldn't fall for that nun. I've been thinking. Could you
Okay, so he's going to tell you that he's into Camilla, and that, you know, he wants to still keep things going with her. So what you're gonna want to do is he's gonna give you the letter, and you can either take the letter to Sven and tell him about the letter, and then you could get Faendal as a follower, or you could end up getting Sven as a follower, and you could take the letter to Camilla. You could do it whichever way you want, however you want. You can either get Faendal as a follower or get Sven. I like to get Sven as a follower because he's strong and he's smart. So we are going to go ahead and give it to her.
Hey, what? What are you talking about? Why, that jealous idiot. Thought he could just manipulate me into never seeing Sven again? Thank you for telling me the truth. You should speak to Sven.
Alright. And then, if you were to ever come back to Riverwood, Faendal's just going to be very disappointed in you that you didn't give the letter to Sven, or tell Camilla that you were lying about Sven, and telling her that Sven had cheated on her and that he had said all these things to her that really displeased her. So he will be very disappointed in you, and he's pretty much not going to want to speak to you or be around you. So now we're going to go tell Sven that we gave the letter to Camilla.
Now that's what I like to hear.
And then now we have unlocked Sven as a follower. So now we have him as a follower. So now we are able to trade weapons and armor with Mr. Sven. So now, I'm just gonna go ahead and take some of his stuff. You don't need that dagger. I will give you a sword to fight with. I have 2 of those. I only need 1. And let's see. I will go ahead and give you this for now, or I could just make you into a storm cloak. So now that we have Sven as a follower, now we could go ahead and go to Dragon's Reach and talk to the Jarl. So this is going to be a pretty cool little thing that I'm going to show you guys. I actually called this a short little walkthrough, but I actually wanted to show you guys that you could either get Feindal or Sven as a follower. So that is the reason why it wasn't a short walkthrough. But we are now on our way to Whiterun. And since we don't have Whiterun already discovered on the map, we are just going to run there. So we could just run and explore, and as you can see, there's Sven following behind us with our sword. So we are just going to continue to run and venture down the path, and we are just going to continue to do this. We're going to run into some Imperials, and they have a Stormcloak soldier held a captive. We're not going to run into them and fight them right now. I'm actually trying to join the Imperial Legion, so I don't really want to bump heads with these guys and get on their bad side, and let them know that we are enemies with them. We're just going to go ahead and just stay as far away as we can from them and avoid any controversy with them as possible. So now we are going to just continue running. And when we do get past, we're going to be passing by this place. It's going to be called the Hunting Brew Meadery. And when we get halfway up down this path, we are going to run into some people called the Companions. And they're going to be fighting a giant. And this girl named Ayala, she's going to approach you and she's going to tell you that basically you were supposed to help her with the giant, but they killed the giant before you even had got there. And then she's going to, that's going to open up some unique dialogue, and then you can ask her if you can join the Companions, but she's going to have you talk to Codlac Whitemane in your Vasker and tell him that you want to be a part of the Companions.
Certainly not. But a true warrior. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Codlac Whitemane up at your Vaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
Okay, so now we are able to join the Companions. So if you never, you don't really have to accept it. If you don't accept it, you can always go back to her later. You can always actually go back to Whiterun and go to your Vasker and join the Companions at a way later time. It's not going to prevent you from not joining the Companions if you just skip through the dialogue and not talk to her. You can always come back later on in the game if you choose to be a companion and talk to her later on at your Vasker. So you can always still join the Companions and not have to worry about not joining them if you skip the dialogue. So now we are approaching Whiterun. These guards are going to approach us and tell us that the city is closed, and we can now we can have access to the city. We just tell the guards. You can either tell the guards that Helgen has been attacked, or that Riverwood is defenseless and that a dragon could attack it. Either way, if you choose any one or two of those dialogues, you will be granted access into the city, or you can be a smartass with the guards and just choose to intimidate them and see if you are clever enough to intimidate them and enter the city that way. Either way, you're going to want to enter the city, and you're going to want to come and run through the town market, run up the stairs, and that big castle-looking building right there is Dragon's Reach. We're just going to keep making our way through, running through the town market, run up the stairs, and we are now here at Dragon's Reach. So now that we are here, we don't really necessarily have to do that mission. We could just cancel it, and you could do that with any quest you have, even if it's not a main quest, and if it's just a miscellaneous quest, you can always cancel it, and you could just free roam. If you don't feel like doing any quests and you just want to adventure and go and explore the big open parts of Skyrim, you can do that. And you can do that. You don't have to necessarily do the quest. You can just cancel it, and you can always go back and do the quest at a later time. And now Irileth is the housecarl of Jarl Balgruuf, and she's going to approach us. And then she's basically going to tell us that. And then we don't really necessarily have to talk to the Jarl. Now, what you're going to want to do is, to get the ebony blade, you're going to want to come up the stairs, up these stairs right here, and then you're going to want to run through that room. But we don't want to do that just yet. So as you can see, we have Hrongar here sitting down. And if you're not the Thane of Whiterun, then you're pretty much not going to want to steal these, because if you are seen, the guards will come at you and they will attack you on sight with no hesitation. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to move this platter, and it's only going to actually work with the platter. You guys can actually try it out with a plate, but you're not really going to have too much success if you try it out with a plate. So your best success would be to try it with a platter. So we're not going to want to steal it because we don't want to risk getting caught. So what we're going to want to do is we're just going to want to take the platter, we're going to want to move it, run with it, move it into this room where no one can see us take it. And then we are just going to drop it, go down and drop it downstairs. And then we're going to want to need 2 platters, and I will show you guys why in a few seconds. So we are going to want to take that, move it, take that, move it out the way, not steal it. We're going to want to take this other platter, do the same thing that we did with that platter. We're going to take it, move it, just go all the way downstairs with it. Now we can steal it, and we can come back and we can steal this one without getting caught. And then you're going to want to come downstairs, and you're going to want to go through this door right here. This door. It's going to be in between this large haystack and this big pile of hay and this large sack right here. So you're going to want to run through the door, and you're going to want to close it so that way you don't get caught. Now there's this door, the ebony blade lies through this door, but you're not going to be able to go through it because it needs a key to unlock it. And the only way you're going to be able to actually get through this door and open it is if you're at level 24 and you do the quest for, if you go to one of the inns and you you just talk to one of the innkeepers and they'll tell you about the Jarl Balgruuf's children. You're going to want to talk to the children. That's going to start up the quest for you to get the blade. But again, like I said in the beginning of this video, you can get this blade at level 1, and I am going to show you guys how to get it. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to approach this wall right here. And the 2 platters that we picked up, you're going to want to drop one of them, and then you're going to want to move in front of it, take it, pick it up, move it, and that's just going to move it in front of you. And then we're going to take it again, we're going to move it in front of us. It would be better if you guys did this in first person mode, because first person mode is better when you're doing this. And we're going to want to take the platter. We're going to want to move it. Why is it not working? Why is it acting like a douchebag? Okay, let's move it back some and then move it. Oh, we let go. Okay, so now you're going to want to basically move the platter against the wall. Then you're going to take the platter, you're going to move it, and you're going to gently walk through the wall. You don't want to run, you're going to want to gently walk. The reason why is because if you were to forcefully run through the wall, you're going to end up falling out of the world, and it's going to land you right back into the front of the of Whiterun, and then you're going to want to have to do this all over again, and that's just going to be a pain in the ass. So I don't know why that wasn't working, so let's do that again. We're going to take it, pick it up, move it, take it, pick it up, move it in front of us. Okay, so if this would stop acting, I was able to do this with, okay, so now we're going to gently walk through the wall, and it should glitch us through, and apparently it didn't work there. And I don't know why this is giving us so many problems. I've done this before easily without any struggle at all. I think it's because I have very gentle fingers and I'm not putting enough pressure on the button. So let's do that again. Take it, move it in front of us. Okay. And then we're going to take it again, move it. You want it facing towards you. So we're gonna, it didn't work, so we're gonna have to do it again. Take it, move it in front of us until we glitch through the wall. I don't know why I'm having so many troubles doing this. I was able to actually, if you guys are actually lucky, you're able to actually do this for the first try. If you're lucky, you might be able to get this right on the first try. Me, I'm having troubles with it. Okay. So now we glitched through the wall, and you don't want to glitch all the way through the wall. You want to glitch halfway through the wall, and you're going to want to walk through this ledge right here. Now, if you were to walk any more further out of the glitch, you're going to fall, and it's going to respawn you back to the front of the of Dragon's Reach. So this little, you're going to see this little ledge right here when you glitch halfway outside of the wall. You just want to walk gently across like that, and then you're going to glitch into this room. And then you're going to approach the ebony blade that's on the table, and there's going to be a book about it. And the book is just basically telling you the effects about the ebony blade and how to upgrade it and what to do. So, to anyone reading this, beware this blade. It is hoped that the only people having access to this room should be the Jarl of Whiterun and his trusted wizard. If anyone else is reading this, please understand the magnitude of your folly. Turn around and never even speak of this room or this blade to anyone. It has corrupted and perverted the desires of great men and women. Yet, its power is without equal to kill while your victim smiles at you. Only a Daedra most foul could have concocted such a malevolent and twisted weapon. But it appears that who all wield it end up with the crazed eyes of those wild men who roam the hills chattering with rabbits. It is not to be trifled with. Not even the hottest fires of the Skyforge could melt it. Indeed, the coals themselves seemed to cool it when it was placed within. We cannot destroy it, and we would not have it fall into the hands of our enemies. So keep it hidden, dark, and deep within the Dragon's Reach, never to be used. Woe be to any who chooses to take it. So we are going to go ahead and just take that and keep that. We're going to go ahead and take the blade, and as you guys can see, my companion had glitched through the wall just like we did. And you can go to your weapons and your inventory, and the blade will always be right there on your back, behind your back. And that, my friends, is how to get the ebony blade. Now, if you want to glitch back to the front of Dragon's Reach, You're gonna basically need to do the same thing that you did when we were in the room right there. So you're gonna want to take the platter, face it up against you, and then this glitch, you guys can just actually run through the wall. You can you don't have to worry about walking and running out and glitching out and having to do it all over. You could just run back through the wall without any hesitation, and it'll just glitch you through the wall. So now we ran out, we glitched back, and now we are in the main quarters of Dragon's Reach. And if you were caught, just like you see here, if you were caught by the guards, they are going to forcefully attack you on sight because they knew that you took the ebony blade when you weren't supposed to. And if you're not the Dane and they see that you have the ebony blade and that you took it, they will attack you on sight. So you can either fight them, or you could just run away and run out of the city, and they will not chase you or worry about trying to attack you. So that, my friends, is how to get the ebony blade at level 1, as proven there. Most people said that, you know, it doesn't work because the wall is patched or there's nothing behind the wall. But as you can see, there we have done it, and it is easy to do for anyone under level 1 or directly at level 1. It is shown that it can be done. You just have to do it the right way. There's multiple ways to actually get the ebony blade without having to do the quest, but just going through the wall and glitching through the wall and walking across and glitching out of the wall is a lot faster and easier. So I would advise you guys to do it that way. But that will basically wrap things up here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video and it was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. I am pushing for 50 likes. So if you guys would be ever so grateful to give me those 50 likes, that would be greatly appreciated. And also be sure to subscribe to my channel to make sure, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and that way you will be notified on upcoming future videos that I have put on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Jim2Wavy signing off.